Hey, what's up, everybody? Corey Salty True Floyd here. This is Demon Engine.
Yo!
And we are carving pumpkins, making some jack-o'-lanterns, because, you know, it's that seasonal thing. And most of you know I love to talk about movies. But today, look at that, we're actually going to talk about 10 of the scariest moments in video
games.
Oh, yeah.
Because, yay. Like, I didn't need waking nightmares, but okay.
And I guess we should just start with the nasty portion of it all. Yeah. Let's start. Now, one of the first ones I want to talk about, since I'm going through the nasty guts of this pumpkin here. Yo, remember that nasty ass baby in Resident Evil 8?
Bro, I was supposed to stream that game. I didn't even do that portion. I had someone do it for me. It killed baby fever for me.
You had baby fever?
I had baby fever until that point. Not anymore.
Ugh. I mean, the funny part is most of Resident Evil 8 is not scary in my opinion. It plays in a lot of the classic monster movies. I mean, you got a vampire, creature from the Black Lagoon, werewolves, and then you had this random nasty baby that you can't even fight.
You know what's disgusting? You know what's the real chilling part about that? Besides the way the baby looks? It's horrifying to hear a child's crying or laughter in pitch black. You ever thought about that? That's one of the most innocent sounds. Is one of the most horrifying things to listen to in the dark.
Oh man, alright, speaking of in the dark. Alright, how about Outlast, right? Outlast 2, Eddie Goldskin, The Groom. Now, Outlast is a straight up survival game. There's no fighting back. It's all about the run. And you come across this crazy dude who keeps calling you his bride. He had, like, the second you see him, he's wearing a suit, a demented smile. It's all gonna go downhill from there. And then you gotta survive this dude, because one of the first things he likes to do, just in a few minutes of meeting you, he wants to castrate you.
Well, he said you're his bride, so it would make sense.
Yeah, but man, listen, no. I mean, there's a lot of no's in those games, but ugh.
He said, I don't like genders, I like holes.
Ugh. Yeesh. Speaking of holes, I got one for you. How about all the xenomorph parts and Alien Isolation?
I swear to God, that damn thing could kill me.
Now the crazy thing is, there's other things in the game that can kill you. Like there's androids and stuff, but the isolated, and spoiler alert, the isolated xenomorph is the absolute worst until there's 2 of them. Listen, the game's been out for a while. If you don't know that, I don't know what to tell you.
If you don't know, now you know.
But yeah, when it comes to multiple enemies, it just goes all downhill from here. Speaking of multiple, yeah. I wanted to just pick one, but I can't. It's just impossible. So, how about the whole Baker family from Resident Evil Biohazard? Just the whole family.
The whole thing. Yeah, as a matter of fact, digging into the pumpkins and filling the pumpkin guts. That's one of the first things I thought of. Baker family and all that swirling black mask.
The swirling black mask, the mom with the crotch goblins.
The dad who was doing his absolute best impression of Kool-Aid Man throughout the entirety of that.
Because he definitely, I'm like, do y'all just rebuild after every person comes through the house? Because he just Kool-Aid Man through the wall, just, oh yeah. It's just wild. I mean, I gotta admit though, I'm just thankful that they definitely bought back the franchise, because Resident Evil was a joke to me at that point.
It became an action game.
And weirdly enough, I mean, I like Resident Evil The Village, but I don't think it's as scary.
All I knew.
I don't. Yeah, Village isn't as scary.
All I knew is when it comes to Village, my confidence waxes and wanes depending on the amount of shotgun ammo I have.
Damn shots of ammo. Can't stand it, man. Oh. Didn't you say what game was that? The one with a bunch of kids, you can kill them or whatnot?
Oh, Until Dawn.
Yeah, Until Dawn. What now? What the hell are they fighting in there?
Wendigos. They're fighting Wendigos. And they're fighting, spoilers, like, I don't care if you haven't played the game, oh well, screw you. Love you though. So, basis is that, a long time ago, they were all hanging out there. They called the prank on one of the guy's sisters. She ran away. She died. Somehow turning into like a vengeful spirit. Then everyone ended up going the same way. They go back there years later. He goes there to prank them and whatnot. And has all these elaborate plans, but until the Wendigo shows up. The entire thing about it is trying to like make decisions and put time against it.
So can you kill them all or save them all?
You can save them all, you can kill them all. The only one you ain't saving is the brother. The scariest part about that, though, is when you're trying to save them all, trying to get them all out of the house, you actually have to stop moving the fucking control at something. Because when they come up close, they'll show you on the screens, hold the light bar there or whatever, to hold still. So you don't get them. And ooh, those Wendigos got you in some brutal ways.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know how I feel. Man, fuck them kids. Omni-Man style. Oh, I think I've got more guts to get out. Meanwhile, you're working on an eye. Actually, no, I think I'm good. Think I'm close to good here. But you know what?
Yeah.
Now, I was a huge fan of Dead Space. Big fan of it now, and Dead Space 2 was definitely an awesome sequel. And despite all the weird creatures that you face in the game, one of the most nastiest parts I had to encounter was the machine that had to scan your eye retina. And it literally had to put a needle in your eye. Mind you, this is supposed to be like the 24th century. I was like, but somehow the technology had to get that barbaric for a moment, and you had to do it calmly, keep his heart rate down, because one false move and the machine will just go, full Tommy Lee in your eye.
Tommy Lee, straight turn all of this. Your eye and what's behind it, turn it like butter. You don't want that.
I know a lot of you won't get that Tommy Lee reference. It was the 90s. What's another one?
Oh,
Mr. Marcus. There you go. Oh, Mr. Marcus, your eye. There you go. Pretty sure most of you know who that one is. All right. We got to pick something from Five Nights at Freddy's, though. It would be criminal not to.
Well, when you think about it, there's a lot of things that you can do. There's a lot of jump scares. The whole thing is basically jump scares. But for me personally, the two scary experiences, I had to lump them in together. The first time you find out about Golden Freddy, the fact that he just phases.
Oh, the fact that he just shows up?
He just shows up. And the first time you see Foxy run at you, you don't see the animatronics move in that game. They move around, but you don't see them move.
But the one thing that you
do see, you see Foxy just turning into Usain Bolt. You can spot it on the camera. Like if you clutch it fast enough, you can spot it on the camera of him running to the office, just Terminator style. And even worse, and apparently in VR, you can lean out the room and see him running towards you. I don't want to know why you would do that to yourself, but hey, you do you.
Now, pardon me if this might be a little before your time, but back in my day,
You just showing me.
shut up, it's gonna show on this one. Back in my day, the very first time you saw a zombie in Resident Evil.
No God.
Yep.
We're going
Long time ago. I believe it was 1990.
We're going back in time.
Shut up, you. I think it was 1998. It's 97. And this brand new system called the PlayStation
The joy.
was knocking it out the box, and people were stealing demo discs from their monthly magazines. It's a classic time. And Resident Evil came out from Capcom. And there was a scene, and very first opening minutes of the game, you have this weird little cutscene in the game, and it was like this dude just turned around, and his face was just all. And depending on who you started the game with, you either had a gun, which was helpful, or a knife, which, let's be honest, is kind of useless. That definitely scared me as a kid. And then, I mean, a franchise was born. And back then, we were all dumb and thought Wesker was a good guy, even though he was wearing sunglasses at night indoors. Not the smartest decisions were made.
Tactical knife. This is just to let you know, because I'm finding this out. That's my first time ever carving the pumpkin. They're little titties. Don't use tactical knife. Dear God.
I think I'm doing pretty good. Huh? What do you think? Not too bad. I'm working this smile here. It's probably gonna. Not bad in the eyes, huh? Yeah, better than me. I do a traditional with the triangle and the squares and the, you know.
Yeah, no.
All
It is taken a considerable amount of force.
right, but before we get to my last one, I do have to give an honorable mention to Alma from the Fear game series.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah. It was like this scene where you were in your tactical and you were going up a ladder, and halfway through it, this chick just shows up. And mind you, when you're on a ladder, you can't pull out a gun or nothing. So you just literally kind of freak out. It's a very crazy moment. I mean, ironically, there have been way more crazier moments from the series since then, including impregnating Alma. But that's a story for a day that I am not going to bring that up. Nope. It's just a little too weird for this cowboy. Oh, man. Now, for the record, guys, this isn't like our top 10 list, so this is our number one. We're going to leave all that organization to y'all. I'm good. I don't want to start any trouble, because I already know how the internet gets. Oh, the internet.
Yeah.
Like the girl germs. But the last one I want to bring up, because ironically, I mean, no, we haven't brought it up yet. Silent Hill. I mean, you can't do scary moments and not bring up Silent Hill. I mean, it's just kind of sacrilege a bit. But I actually want to bring up Silent Hill 3 and that weird bathroom or whatever with the large mirror.
Oh God, that scene?
Yeah, man. Because it's like you go in there, everything seems cool. There's a huge life-size mirror, and next you know, everything in the mirror just starts bleeding. Blood starts covering all over the place, and next thing you know, the blood's starting to come out of the mirror and it's starting to attack you. And if you literally stay in there too long, you're dead as dirt. And it looks absolutely disgusting. But then again, the Silent Hill series definitely wasn't for the faint of heart.
Yeah, that's right.
And, hey, check that out. Done and done. I think this is pretty fun. Ew, pumpkin guts. But, that's our list for top 10 scary moments in video games. Sure, we cheated a little bit. What are you gonna do? Fight us. What do you guys think? Leave that in the comments section below.
Fight us.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. I'm Corey Salter True Floyd.
Demon Engine here.
We're Amerime Media, and we'll see you.
Peace.
Well, after sitting there and talking and carving these jack-o'-lanterns, there's only one logical, responsible thing to do left, and that's to bash these damn things wide open.
I'm about to y'all eat this shit. Hope y'all like it.